Fortnite is in the worst spot that it's ever been in its whole lifetime. Now, with Season 5 being a complete disaster to the community and virtually serving no good looks, Season 6 has to be really good. And I have to propose some things that I think Epic should do if they want to keep their game alive. At the time, there were so many different Battle Royale games on the market. You get into a game and you shoot at people and you try to survive. That was the main gist of almost every single Battle Royale game until Fortnite came in the mix and introduced building. Building was revolutionary in the process of this game getting big because people took, the game in their own hands. They felt like they could control their own destiny. PUBG, people were complaining about if you got shot at from behind, you were going to die. If you didn't have maxed armor or whatever it's called. I don't really play that game, but if you did not have, all that armor, if you got shot in the back once, you were going to die. In this game, you can have, 30 HP and take a shot and then immediately build. That was the selling point of this Battle Royale, that you could build super crazily. And what I really mean by this and what building really has to do with them saving the game, because they haven't really changed building at all, but this really has to do with the metas that have come with this game. Now, what I mean by meta is, back in Season 2, there was a double shotgun meta. And basically, we're talking about metas and skill gaps. Allow me to explain a little bit. So skill gaps are basically things in the game that take kind of long to get used to. And, if it's the meta at the time, so meta means, the main gist, like what people are doing. What's the most popular thing to do? What's the best thing to do in the game? That's pretty much the meta, how people do things. Skill gaps, if you're not really doing the meta, that's like you're on the bottom tier of the skill gap. If you are like on the meta right now, you are on the top tier of the skill gap. And when Fortnite first came out, it was basically double pump and building. And if you didn't know how to double pump, which is basically just switch back and forth to pumps, if you joined late, you probably don't know what that is. But if you switch back and forth to your pump, you were allowed to shoot both times. And it was super, super nice and very, very powerful. And that was, the meta back then, double pump and building. And there was a huge skill gap between the people who didn't know how to double pump and the people who did know how to double pump. And there was also a skill gap between the people who knew how to defend themselves with walls and stairs. There was people who didn't know how to do that. And the skill gap has slowly been changing in Fortnite. And with Season 3, they took out the buildings, how they have like not as much health. Season 2, buildings had wood was like the most powerful thing, and then Season 3 they kind of changed it up. In Season 4 and Season 5 they took out the double shotgun technique. So they're appealing to noobs. That's basically what I'm saying. For an experienced player, this isn't really, fun to do. It's not really fun to, have the people who just get on the game be able to, kill a player that's been playing for, 2 years. Like imagine Ninja running into a noob and a noob just go ahead and one pumps Ninja from behind, and Ninja doesn't have enough time because the skill gap is getting shorter and shorter. That's what I mean by this. It's just they're appealing to the noobs too much. Basically, we're going to talk about the spray meta now. So with the drum gun and the P90 and everything like that, building was the meta in the seasons 1 through 4. Building was the meta. And then Season 5 came, and halfway through Season 5, somewhere around there, they introduced the drum gun, I'm pretty sure, and the drum gun and the P90 SMG were crazy. $50 bullets in both of them until they eventually nerfed the P90, but 50 bullets sprayed through any single building. And people were saying in Season 5, you don't even have to build, you just have to shoot your gun, and the main selling point, like I said earlier, was the building. And now that you can't really build in Fortnite because everyone's spraying you, changed up the meta super, super horribly. And now, people just sit down and spray. I mean, since then, the drum gun has been removed, but the P90 is still actually in the games, allowing us to, if someone's building right in front of me, allowing me to, go ahead and spray 40 bullets in 3 seconds at them is not fun for anyone. Even a noob who's barely knowing how to build, if he keeps on getting shot down, that's not going to be fun. And that's why, a lot of people are leaving this game because the metas are just horrible.
How many people see this?
No!
No.
Leaking skins is honestly a bad thing. I hate that they started to leak skins, and here's why. So back in the day, February, that's when they actually started leaking skins, and data miners were actually able to get into the files of the game and tell after every update what skins were coming, what emotes were coming, stuff like that. And that kind of makes me mad, because if we take it back to December, November, I would wait for the item shop every single day. I didn't record it at that time. If you guys know me, I do post the item shop every day. I do do a review of the item shop. But back then I didn't, but I was so eager to see what's new in the shop. What new emotes, what new pickaxes, what new skins, everything like that. And now with all these people who leak the skins, it kind of takes away the fun of knowing what's going to be in the shop, because now you know what's in the shop. I mean, people have even been going to the lengths of leaking the item shop. They go into the files and find out, like 20 minutes before the item shop comes out, find out what's going to be in the shop. And I think that just detriments all the fun of the item shop. The item shop's supposed to be wait until the last second, see what's in the shop, hooray. It's just not that fun to come home, and back then at least, come home and see what's in the item shop and be super happy. And then now, like, you come home and you look at your phone and it says item shop tonight is this, and you still have 3 hours. And then when the item shop resets, you see that it's that, and you're like, oh, I already knew that. It's just not as fun. And I think I don't know, I think it's just bad because we always know what's coming, and there's no real surprise factor in this game anymore. Without further ado, let's see what we got in these shops today, guys. I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna be in the shop because everyone was leaking it. Yeah. Okay, so I used to be a noob. I'm not even gonna lie. Everyone who played this game used to be kind of bad. I mean, maybe you came into this game and were pretty good, but you weren't that good when you first came in. Like, let's be real. Comment down below right now. Were you good at Fortnite when you first started playing? Like, you were good at building, you were good at shooting, you knew what guns were the best? No. Whenever it's a new game, nobody is really that good. I mean, unless you sit there and study all day. But the point of this is that, I used to suck. And whenever I would get a win, it would be amazing. It would be the best feeling ever. I remember when I got my first win, I started screaming and I was slamming my controller and I ran up and down the stairs so loud, just stomping up and down the stairs, screaming, so happy. And it was an awesome feeling, getting my first win in Fortnite. And what did I get from that? I got an umbrella. Now, at the time, I thought it was cool because all, the YouTubers and streamers back in Season 1 were like, bro, if you have this umbrella, that means you've won a game. And winning a game back then was amazing. If you won some games back then, even if you had like 5 wins, that was crazy back then.
Ir vienas gyvas yra likęs. Aš Lukai negaliu pro čia pralyt.
Tu pažiūrėk štabę. Jūs matot šitą eibą?
And
what did I get for that one win? Like I said, I got an umbrella. And every season you get some new umbrellas. If we take a look at the umbrellas I have now, pretty sure I have every one. I have the regular umbrella, the snowflake umbrella. And then season 2, season 2 it was the snowflake. Season 3 was the paper parasol. Season 4 was the wet paint, and season 5 is the beach umbrella. And I mean, these are cool. I don't really use them that much. I just use whatever, I feel like using. The umbrellas are kind of cool, like I said. But for winning and getting one umbrella. So say you win once in Season 3. Okay, say you won once in Season 3. And that was your first win. You got this umbrella and that umbrella and XP. That was all you got. You got this and XP. What I mean by this whole segment, what have I been talking about this whole time? I think back then, like, if you're a bad player and you get your first win, it's amazing. And, it's awesome that you get this stuff. But I feel like we need more incentives for winning. Now, it's nothing. Like, after you get, like, 5 wins, like, your first 5 wins, you're like, let's go. But then after that, you're just sitting there like, And, I mean, for the noobs, it's probably fun. But for us good players, and I'm not saying I'm a very good player because I'm not that good. I'm all right. But, for good players like Ninja and them who get, 10 wins a day or more, they'll win and they'll go, let's go. Nice. As to, like, the noobs, they'll go, oh, let's go. It's because we aren't getting, like, a lot of stuff. Maybe they should add, like, if you are on a 5-game win streak with more than 5 kills, you get 500 V-Bucks, or just something to look forward to. I mean, we have these challenges, and sometimes it's get a win or something. But, thanks for the 10 battle stars for winning. I just feel like maybe we can get some V-Bucks. Maybe there's exclusive skins. If you win 100 times in one season, you unlock this skin. If you, get 3,000 kills in one season, you get this skin. I feel like we need more incentives for the better players, even for the noobs. There is a free battle pass for the noobs. I mean, if they don't want to spend money and they're not that good, they'll get to, like, probably, like, tier 14 or something. They'll get this backbling, But for us, very good players that win, like, 10 times a day, we're going to need something, better and more exclusive that we can actually look forward to getting, because there's no real replay value for us really good players, because once you win over and over, it's like normal. You know, it's basically like going to your friend's house once a month will be more fun than if you go there every single day, because you get tired of it. You know, you get burnt out on doing the same thing. Same with this. If they add in incentives, it will not get boring, because, you know, you win 5 games in a row. If you win 1 game now, you're like, let's go. It's another win added to this endless amount of wins that I have. You know what I'm saying? If they add incentives, you'll win and you'll say, let's go, 500 V-Bucks. Now if I win 5 more, I'll be able to get this awesome skin. You know what I'm saying? It just adds so much replay value to the game, and I think that's why they should do it. I tried to edit this video a little bit different than I normally do. If it seems the same, then I change my mind tomorrow when I edit it. I record this at night, and then tomorrow when I get back from school, I edit it and then upload this. So I probably change my mind if it seems, you know, the same. But if it seems different, let me know. I'm planning on like putting more pictures in and, you know, more B-roll footage, just so it seems more entertaining for you guys, other than, you know, staring at this skin for the longest time. You know, it's gonna be, you know, more entertaining if I add more things to look at and more things to listen to, stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to switch up the editing, and that was pretty much it. You know, we talked about some things that, you know, Epic needs to do to kind of revive Fortnite into what it used to be. I mean, the season 2, we're gonna do a recap. The metas were awesome with double pump and building, because that was the main features of the game. You know, up close shotgun, boom, hardcore shotguns, pumps doing 100 damage to the head from like 13 meters away, like super far away. Pumps were amazing, and that's really cool, because, you know, shotguns doing that, that's really bizarre. And, you know, building, it was so cool. It was the selling point of this game. And then next, we talked about how I don't really like how they leak items that are coming to the game, because it ruins kind of like, you know, what we used to do. We used to sit around and wait and see what was coming out. I remember like the Red Knight came out, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. If I would have known it was coming out, I would have been like, oh, there's that skin that I saw. That's pretty cool. You know, it's not as hype, and, you know, hype is always good. And last but not least, we need incentives for winning. If, you know, good players win 10 times a day and don't get anything but XP, it kind of gets boring. That is all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, and if you do agree with me, leave a like. Let me know down below, like, what you disagree with and what you agree with. And let me know some more things that Epic could add to, you know, increase Fortnite's popularity. If you did enjoy it, leave me a like. If you're new to my channel and you watched all the way through, you probably liked the video. So go ahead and subscribe if you are new. I'll catch you later. Peace out.
No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even made it. I got a plan for them niggas that hate it. Run up some bands for my bros, I'ma make it. They want me going, I can't walk around